Something about you supernatural. I get goosebumps every time you call. Got me running through my fantasies. 40 West, I'm doing 93. Tell me where the sparks come from. Don't know, did we both bring some? Doing something that I can't explain. Lately, no, I'm not the same. You're just like magic. Not sure what it is, but baby, you have it. Life's better ever since you have it. You're just like magic. Voodoo, baby, move however you want to. Make the night last till the sunshine through. You're just like magic. Figure out what I'm just trying to figure out what I'm just trying to figure out. It's magic. Superstitious with a blind of faith. When we disappear and levitate. Now I know where the sparks come from. One touch, I was so far gone. Still something that I can't explain. Lately, no, I'm not the same. You're just like magic. Not sure what it is, but
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I do hope that you stick around by actually clicking that red subscribe button, and also please give this video a thumbs up if you like the content that I'm sharing, or basically if you like the content that I have on this channel. And we have a lot of financial content in this channel. We also have a lot of business, side hustle type of content, some vlogs there and there, and some hair care videos that I used to do when I started this channel, but I no longer do that type of content. So yeah, I do hope that you stick around and that you like what I talk about here. And to everyone that is subscribed to my channel and that keeps coming back to watch my videos, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Please know that. So today we are going to be looking at my December budget. As you have seen on the intro, I was actually doing my December budget. Remember last time that I did a video, I was talking about how to make sure that you come out of December smiling. And so today I just wanted to show you how I go about my December budget, because my budget for this month is totally different from what I normally do month to month when I'm not going anywhere, especially when I know that I am here in Gauteng. The difference that I have this time around is that I have a budget specifically for home, and then I have a budget for here. So this is how I break my budget down. As you have seen also on the introduction, how I break my budget down is the most important things for me to know is the debts that I'm paying for and how much I'm paying for that month, the savings and investments that I have, and also the monthly expenses. Now my monthly expenses normally are the same. Maybe it will change one thing there and there, or maybe the amounts won't be the same, especially when it comes to water and electricity, because that fluctuates depending on how I used my water and the electricity that month. So when I get the bill, that's when I will know how much I'm going to pay for that month. Like currently I do not know how much I'm going to be paying for December, but I do have an idea of how much I normally pay month to month, but then it can change, as I've said, depending on how I use the water and the electricity. So I'm still waiting for that statement. Once I have the statement, I'm going to input the amount here, but then everything else that I actually pay for normally stays the same. And so that is what is going to be happening regarding my monthly expenses. And then when it comes to my savings and investment, by the way, when I'm looking down here. This is my budget book, as you saw on my November budget, and it looks dirty. Well, it's not really dirty, it's just that there's shades of oil all over. So yeah, so the other thing that I also budget for that I just want to know is my savings and investments. Now with my savings and investments, you know that I started investing on Frank, and I decided to do a stop order with my bank. So I went to my Capitec banking app and I actually created a stop order for Frank. So every month when I get paid, that money is going to go directly to Frank, and then I don't even have to think about it. Because here's the thing, I don't know if I explained this very clear to you guys. When you're investing on Frank, when you put money in there, you don't have to sit and suck your thumbs thinking, where am I going to put my money this month? Am I buying this? Am I buying more of this? Am I buying less of this? You don't have to spend that time. Everything is done for you once you have done that first process. If you are not familiar with how to invest with Frank, I'm going to put the video up here. I don't know if it's going to be up here or here, but I'm just going to put a video somewhere. I'm going to link it down below. Let me just make it easy. I'm going to link that video down below on the description on the description box so that you can go and check it out just to familiarize yourself with Frank. How does it work? How do you invest money in it? Because I did do a much so detailed video regarding Frank, and as I said, I've only invested for 1 month, but then my is going to continue on for the next 24 months. Yeah, because I think I'm going to be investing for the next 24 months. So yeah, so now on my budget, that money is reflected, that I know that okay, 1,210 is going to come out of my account to Frank, and then Frank, they will distribute it based on what I've selected for myself. So I don't even have to worry if, oh my god, did the money go through? Like, I know that once it reflects on my bank account that it's out to Frank, I can just double check maybe 2 days later just to see my portfolio, but I don't have to think about where do I put my money. Okay, I think I've spoken enough about Frank, but as I said, I'm going to link the video on the description down below, then you can go check it out and learn more about it. And then another thing that I'm also investing on is my child's education plan. Now this is something that is going to mature when she's 18. So I put a minimum amount. Every year it goes up by 5%. So it has went up since I started investing 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And then I have funeral cover, life cover, and then my sister. I have my sister here because we do Mholiswane. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but if you are Zulu or if you are black, you are was Mholiswane. I don't know what you may call it in your language, but as Zulu we call it Mholiswane. So what we do with my sister is that because she gets paid end of the month and I get paid I get paid on the 15th, what I do is I give her that amount of money, then end of the month she'll give it back to me. That way I know that end of the month I'm not broke and not left stranded and not having any money, because as much as we may budget and do all these things, sometimes you find yourself spending or overspending to a point whereby you do not have money to keep you going along the month. And so for me to just kind of not stress about those things, I decided to do Mholiswane with my sister, because then I know that when it's end of the month I'm gonna have this amount of money, and then also when it's the 15th, when I get paid, I give her that money. That way she also has something to keep her going until month end. So I like the dynamic that we have right there, because it does help us a lot when it comes to our finances. And then another thing that I have under my budget that I've broke it down in terms, it's my debts. Now I have 2 debts, and if I'm just going to be completely transparent with you, I have 2 credit cards. One credit card is very much so a problem that I want to deal with when we start 2022. I'm going to talk more about this when we start 2022 and my plan regarding it and how I'm going to be attacking it. I've already created a plan for myself, but I want to wait to do the video once we've started 2022 and once I've done the first action, because the first action is going to determine how I keep going. Right now it's just a plan, and I don't want to talk about something that is just a plan that I haven't even started to implement, because I may just drag my feet. And so in 2022, once I've started, I'm going to share with you what is that debt and what am I planning to do to attack it. Okay, and then the other credit card has the lowest interest rates ever. Like, its interest rate is about 7%, and so it doesn't really frustrate me, doesn't stress me, and I owe a very small amount on it. But then I decided that since it's December, I'm going to put a little bit more than what I normally put in it. And so that is the breakdown of my budget regarding what I normally pay for when I'm here. And then when it comes to my holiday budget, now this is when I'm at home. So the first thing that I budgeted for is the transport to go to KZN. As I shared with you on my previous video where I talked about how to survive December, I actually budget for transport to go to KZN. I stay in Pretoria, but then I also, my hometown is in Melmoth, and that is a very long distance from here to there, and it costs me a lot of money. Right now there isn't a bus directly from here to Melmoth. There used to be when we used to have Greyhound, but now there isn't a bus anymore. So that means that if, let's say for instance, I were to take public transport from here to at home, I will exchange transport 2 times, because I would take a bus from here to Durban and then from Durban to home. But now since we drive with my partner and our child, we drive to another place, which I'm not going to say where. We drive there, and then I sleep over, and then the following day I take public transport from there to Durban, then from Durban to home. So it does kind of help to break the commute, because I don't have to sit I don't have to sit in transport or in transit the whole day. I can just break it up. The following day I then travel again, which is still a lot, but then at least I'm not spending the whole day traveling to KZN. So yeah, that does cost a lot, and so I always try and budget around 1,000 for transport. And sometimes it may look like a lot, but I like to make it normally I put it between 800 and 1,000. So I'm going to say this month how much I'm going to budget for it. So as I said, when we drive from here to KZN, I have to contribute something when it comes to toll gates, because when you stay away from home, especially when you stay in another province, toll gates can be very expensive. And so I always find it, okay, I know that I'm driving with my partner, but then I don't have to take advantage of the fact that he's my partner and then say, you cover all the expenses, Where I can, I help. Especially when it comes to toll gates, I do help with those, because if I wasn't traveling with him, I would be taking public transport. So I'm not one of those people that like to take advantage of their partners and say, you pay for everything. I'm not that girl. I consider myself to be very considerate. Let me just put it there. Okay, and then another thing that I budget for is food. Now, when we get home, how much am I going to contribute for food, for groceries that we're going to do for December? So I'm going to put that money in there. And then we also have a traditional ceremony, and then I'm going to put that money in there. Then the last part is the renovations, because there's something that we have to do at home. We have to fix something in the house, and so I have to put money in there to pay for labor. My mother is going to cover the material, and then I'm going to cover paying for the labor. So that is my budget for December. Now, what I want to just try and check is if I'm going to stay within budget or I'm going to be over budget. Mind you, last month my goal was to stay within budget. I didn't achieve that goal because I went over budget. Now this month I might not be under budget and I might not be within budget. I'm just not gonna lie to myself. It's December time. I might go over budget. I might end up tapping on some of my credits that I have, and that is just the reality of it. I might end up tapping on some of the credit that I have to cover certain things that I may have not thought of. So my goal is to ensure that all the things that I've written down here on my budget, I actually do and I fulfill. Once I've done that, I will know that I've done well. Anything that I spend on extra to whatever that I've written here, then it will be extra. But my goal is to make sure that all the things that I hear are covered, because these are the things that are the most important. That is why I felt the need that they need to be down here. So that is my budget for December. I hope that you guys are also going to be doing your budgets for December. Now, I haven't gotten paid. I don't know how much I'm going to get paid because there was a little bit of an adjustment in terms of our salary. And so I'm going to put my income as the money that I was getting previously. So in the previous month, I'm going to actually put that income right here. I'm not going to worry about how much am I going to be getting paid on December. I'm not going to worry about that. If there's extra, then kudos. But then for now, my income is going to be what I got paid last month. And then whatever comes in extra is going to cover if, let's say, for instance, I end up being over budget, because there is a possibility that I'm going to be over budget, because this is a lot and my salary is not a lot to be able to cover all these things, But when I was doing my calculations earlier, it's a slight over budget. Like, it's not even over 500 that I'm over budget. So that is good. So hopefully obviously there is an adjustment on my salary. So when that comes in, then it will cover that over budget nyana thing that I may have on my budget. So that is today's video, and that is my December budget. As I said, I hope you guys are going to be doing your December budget and preparing for going home, and just making sure that you guys know what you are going into as you are going home in terms of your finances, so that you can start the new year with the freshness and also know with a good plan also in mind. So I hope that you guys found value in this video, even though, as I said on my other video where I was doing my November reset budget, that I'm not going to share the exact amounts with you guys, because I also believe in privacy. Now this month I a little bit open because I did share where my money is going, but I did not put exactly the amount. I didn't tell you the exact amount, and that is because I really believe in privacy. I may do this YouTube channel, I may put my life on social media, or I may put my life here, but it does not mean that I have to put out everything. With that being said, I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It does help for YouTube to push my videos for more people to see. Also give a comment down below on what is your plan for December. Have you actually written out your budget, and what do you normally do when you're going home in December? Do you save some money? Do you put some money aside? Are you part of a stokvel that is going to come in December, that way helping to substitute your income? Like, what is your plan for December? I would love to know, because it is important that we learn from each other. I am not here as a financial advisor, as I normally say. I'm just Jenny on the block, sharing my knowledge, not even my knowledge, sharing my journey with my finances, what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, what I'm learning, what I'm relearning and unlearning, and with hopes that we can learn together and actually grow together. So with that being said, please take care and stay safe. Bye.
The night lasts till the sunshine through. You're just like magic.